It's Monday, the 4th of June, 2040. You just woke up. Depending on the future you select, it will be sunny or cloudy, stormy or calm, but it will always be warm. Now, look at the controller in your hand. Use the trigger to select menu items and activate objects. Press the pad with your thumb to grab things. By clicking on the arrows above the scene, you can travel between futures.
Good morning, folks. There'll be heavy storms later today. Better make sure not to park your SUV in the shade of a tree, if there are any left in your area. But for now, the sun is hot and fuel is cheap. So turn up the AC and let someone else save the world.
Has the world gone crazy? Or is it you? You swallow your emotional stabilizer and take a deep breath. It's time for a treat. You pick Tropical Andes, your favorite luxury water cartridge. You ordered it yesterday evening and it arrived within the hour. The global middle class has grown drastically in the past decades, and so have the logistics, supplying it with everything money can buy. You open the tap. Your daughter hates you for loving it. She says all the fossil resources going into the system are fueling nothing but climate change. Of course she's right. But is it your fault? Maybe you should accept your brother's invitation to come to Iceland and relax on the beach.
This year's winner of the ICT coffee competition is not a coffee bean, but a mushroom engineered to taste like coffee. Just as the old bean, the mushroom is first dried and later roasted. When the first coffee crisis hit the world 5 years ago, it certainly was a bad awakening to the environmental consequences.
You grab your washing gel and chuckle at the imprint. Cycle 134. The material used for this product is part of a closed plastic cycle since 1935. It's almost spiritual. Which kinds of past lives has this plastic gone through already? Was it a chair, cable insulation, a toy car? You wonder if there is something like karma in the circular economy, where things that behave badly end up as toilet seats or shoe soles. Actually, you don't believe in karma. But you do know it is because old things die that new things can be born. It's very simple. Now that the rules of economy are finally in line with the rules of life, it is both sustainable and plentiful.
The Organization of the Biomass Exporting Countries, OPEC, has released a warning about the illegal modification of algae. These varieties grow extremely fast but release critical amounts of growth hormones into sea water, the consequences of which cannot be foreseen. OBEC estimates more than 3 million tons have been illegally imported to the EU using forged certificates. Therefore, the organisation companies to stick to forgery-proof OBEC certificates.
Has the world gone crazy? Yet another riot has started in a Texas refinery. You are the head of PR for a major oil company. You must go there quickly and find ways to diffuse the tension. Things have gotten out of hand recently. In many countries, the protests about the environmental situation have turned violent. Now finish things up. Grab a snack and hurry to the airport. A supersonic jet awaits you there. You made it. Your blockchain-based standard will be used to register the resource and energy use across the whole value chain. In the coming weeks, it will be rolled out globally by the IIFS, the International Industries for Sustainability Association, by now the largest and most powerful industrial association ever created. Standard will be implemented for every product of every member company. This will greatly improve the simulation systems that predict regenerative resource availability. And it will help citizens make better choices. But apart from that, it's your ticket to the very top. You are an AI psychologist. You are treating AI systems for biases, racism, superstitions, or hallucinations. It's similar to humans. What you learn at a young age is the most difficult to change. Nowadays, AI systems are very complex. Some of them have been trained for decades. The big AIs employed in companies have become too valuable to be simply. Personal assistants, on the other hand, are of great emotional value to their owners. Usually no one knows them better. Often people and personal assistants mirror their psychological issues, so you've come to treat them together. Treat it, don't delete it, is your motto. You already brushed your teeth. The cosmetic synthesizer squeezed a mustard-flavored portion of toothpaste onto your brush. It tastes different every time, but always seems perfect for the situation. Only today it felt off. Mustard. Unsettling. Was it part of a psychological framing routine, preparing you for an upcoming event? Unlikely. You ask Poseidon, your bathroom AI, to recalibrate your mental model. Your mirror presents a couple of images, sounds, and smells and measures your responses. Skin conductivity, facial microexpression, and EEG. Tasting the toothpaste the second time. This time it feels fine. The extra blue light reduces the melatonin in your bloodstream. According to the stats, you seem to be perfectly awake now. Oh shoot, yet another blackout. What is it this time? A cyber attack? The old power lines? Or a supply shortage due to one of your bloody neighbor countries not honoring their part again? You are used to dysfunctionality. The damage has been done a long time ago, during the globalist years, when they moved all the production to some third world countries, selling out your nation's know-how. Now, your people have to struggle to stand on their own feet again, but it will be worth it. You do love your imported toothbrush, though. It's been the same model for over 30 years. Your little secret.
The iconic United Nations building in New York, designed by the godfathers of modern architecture, including Le Corbusier and Oscar Niemeyer, seeks a subtenant. The institution's influence.
Your task is to make sure your company can still be successful in a world with lesser and increasingly complicated international collaboration. Most international organizations are mere shadows of their former selves. Free trade agreements are almost inexistent, and traveling has become a merely bureaucratic activity. Your main task is to transform the defunct global supply chains into local ones. One colleague already joked and called you a deglobalization manager. He's probably right. You lobby for the reopening of decommissioned coal mines and envision joint ventures to operate them. To research processes and technologies using local supplies, and at the same time secure local talent. Of course, your company should take on a lot more apprentices, but money is short. A decade ago, you went to Beijing to pursue your PhD in electrical engineering, conducting research with the best. You then built a career working for Humai, a major Chinese engineering company. Between American and European cities, Humai chose your hometown to build their new factory, among all places. Of course, irony of fate, they sent you to oversee it. Your daughter stayed in China. She Chinese Platinum Gaming League. She would be silly to come back to Europe. A good comrade is a healthy comrade. Join me for some morning gymnastics, sings Comrade Cat as you enter the bathroom. She's your favorite avatar at the moment. So big in China, riding the retro fashion wave with the Mao hat and the whole worker aesthetics. You did find her in Europe, though. Well, you just know what to look for. You are quite the avant-garde.
Today, as the international business leaders meet for the 32nd edition of the Boao Forum in China, the World Economic Forum in Davos has announced its discontinuation.
Has the world gone crazy? Or is it you? It's Monday, the 4th of June, 2040. You just woke up. Depending on the future you select, it will be sunny or cloudy, stormy or calm, but it will always be warm. Now, look at the controller in your hand. Use the trigger to select menu items and activate objects. Press the pad with your